I'm really excited about the next presentation, and I hope you'll join me in doing so as well. Because we're going to move on to MRF's special series, Solo X. So we like to call that Stories, Opinions, Learnings, and Outcomes. Now, if I were to say to you, what would you think of a storefront with absolutely no products on display? You might have a bit of a question mark over your head. But our next guest is an enterprising, next-gen entrepreneur that has taken that to the next level by opening up the GCC region's first ever Phygital store. Now, I hope I've actually pronounced that correctly. I was very excited because I've actually been in it myself, so I am intrigued to hear his presentation. Please put your hands together for the CEO of 6thstreet.com, Mr. Dharmin Ved.
It's awesome to be here today. Thank you so much for all of you guys to come here. My name is Dharmin, and I am the CEO for 6thstreet.com. 6thstreet.com is a omni-channel retail and lifestyle player operating more than 1,200 international brands and servicing customers across the GCC. They said we were crazy. They said it cannot be done. They said we were thinking in the wrong direction. They said we were from a different planet, and they said it was impossible. So, we did this. Welcome to GCC's first Phygital store. And we as 6th Street, we are always asking ourselves, what next, right? You know, how do we look and think about it from our customer's perspective? How do we improve their experience constantly and work towards enhancing that for our customers? So when we were looking at improving the customer's experience, we ended up with various thought processes. We actually never started, by the way, of thinking about disrupting the retail industry. We just thought about saying, what would our customers love? And, you know, as you all know, 6th Street is actually part of the apparel group. And apparel group, I mean, that's a retail power. So, you know, no need for introduction there. But together we knew if we were going to create a store, we had to create one of its kind unique experience. When we started the thought process, we literally went to the drawing board and started to write, you know, the amazing features or the wow features of the physical world and the digital world. And we were thinking on how do we really work towards merging those two experiences into one environment which our customers love. And sometimes, you know, they don't even know that they want this kind of an experience. And when we started to put those points down, we said, okay, awesome parts or wow features of a digital environment. One, unlimited real estate. We can have unlimited number of SKUs, brands, and products onto our website. Two is that we can actually have a ton of data that is absent in the offline environment. Three is that we were actually able to create very personalized experiences for our customers in the digital world. And, you know, of course, a complete contactless experience. Again, another feature, a wow feature of the digital world. About physical world, you know, the obvious, right? One, you can touch and feel the product. Number two, you can actually try the product, right? And three is something called instant gratification. You can literally take the bags and, you know, go home with the products that you just saw, touched, felt, tried. And when we were thinking about all these features, we then ended up creating a concept which is, our store here. This store here merged the physical and the digital experiences. We took the wow features from both the places and created the Phygital environment. If you see here, we have over 1,200 brands in this store. Now, just to give a little bit context out here, Dubai Hills Mall, where the store is based, has 500 brands. Just to sink in, right? Dubai Hills Mall, the mall itself has only 500 brands, and our store alone has over 1,200 brands in there. When we created this concept, we today have over 2.4x more styles in our store per square feet than any other comparable store in the market, in the mall, in any other physical environment. We have many tablets and fitting rooms that are absolutely unique experience for our stores as well. Let me talk to you a little bit about that.
Welcome to 6thstreet.com, GCC's first ever Phygital store at Dubai Hills Mall with over 1,200 plus fashion and lifestyle brands. Choose your favorites and add them to a virtual trial bag. Try and buy on the spot in smart fitting rooms. See you at 6thstreet.com Dubai Hills Mall.
Our mantra, by the way, is click it, try it, buy it. This is the merger of the whole physical, digital environments together. No one else is able to provide this kind of experience as we are able to do that, right? I wanted to deep dive actually on a couple of different points which really make it another super unique experience. I mentioned about data earlier. Data, let me use an example for this. In a physical environment, when you enter the store, as a customer, we in the store, in the physical environment, know only 2 data points. Number one, X number of people entered the store, and X number of products were sold during the day. But when a customer entered, they saw the products on the shelves. They ended up picking a product and to see whether they like it or no. They took the product, went to a fitting room, tried it, and then either they bought it or they left from the store. This is the huge advantage that we in our Phygital environment have, because no store is able to have this kind of information that we have. We know every single data point and touch point that the customer has within our store, right? Whether they tried it, they touched it, they saw it, how many people saw it, why they bought, why they did not buy, and we keep able to using the data to enhance our customers' experience. We even look at a store and then see what the customers in the zone or the areas around it are buying. Constantly looking at that information and saying, how do we make sure it's the right product available in the store based on the demographics of the customer around the store that we operate as well. Because in places like Dubai Hills Mall, we constantly see like customers coming obviously from Dubai Hills area, from Barsha South, from Arabian Ranches, so on and so forth, and we know what our customers are buying in the online environment, and we are able to then make sure that the right products are available in the digital environment as well. Another big thing is that we are a software. So, as a store, we are actually not hardware, we are software. What does that mean is that once you build a store, it is not going to be 5 years before you see any kind of change in the store. Literally every 2 weeks, we are introducing new features and new ideas, which, by the way, our customers are telling us they want. So we're literally speaking to our customers in the store and they says, hey, but what about this? Sure, sounds right. Let's go enhance our software, and boom, a couple of weeks later, the products or the feature is now available in the store as well. Again, this is very unique. Honestly, when you put the digital mindset into a physical environment and you think about this is normal for us. By the way, in the digital world, a sprint system, which means every 2 weeks you introduce new features, enhancements, even bug fixes, right, is normal. Right? But whereas in the physical environment, that was like a 5-year cycle. So we changed that again and we said, hey, all of this has to come in at the same time as well. I would like to speak to you also about the customers, right? It's an amazing experience to see for those who have been there specifically. You'd see that, when a family of 4 enters into our store, what we see is, the parents would go to one of our fashion advisors and would ask them, hey, what is this store? What are you guys doing here? By the time they turn around, both their kids, by the way, less than 10-year-old, are sitting on the tablets, browsing through the tablets, already know, what they are doing, showing each other the products that they are looking at, and saying, hey, what do you think about this, right? Do you think we should get this one? What do you think of this shoe or this t-shirt or a bag or whatever else they are seeing? It's amazing to see that parents are still trying to figure out what's going on. For kids, it's just native. We have never taught anybody what the store is, yet they walk into the store and they're just saying, hey, we know what you're doing. This is a native experience to us, as specifically the next generation who's coming in and working towards these parts as well. So again, when we look at it from our customer's perspective, it's amazing to see the type of responses that we get from our customers. One additional thing which I must mention to you guys is our fitting room. Our fitting room is the most unique experience that you will have in any other store. How many of us here have been to a store, taken a jeans along with us into the fitting room, and realized it's the wrong size? And then were in a dilemma. Should I go with this jeans walking around the store, trying to find a different size? Should I try and find somebody who's going to help me get this product while I just wait around and hang around? Should I change again and then go back out there to try it and then find the size and come back? I can see a lot of heads are nodding, and this is exactly all those friction points we picked up and said, we have to disrupt this through technology. So when you go, by the way, from the tablets to the fitting room, you have to speak to nobody and you don't have to touch the product. You go into the fitting room, the closet opens up, the products are sitting there. Inside the fitting room, there is a tablet where you can choose a different size and the product will come to you, into your fitting room, without you ever leaving the fitting room and without you ever having to talk to anybody at all. This is a very unique, frictionless experience that we know that our customers were facing, and we were working towards this through digital mindset, right, and trying to disrupt the way it was done in the past. In the interest of time, I'm just going to move to the question of what's next. All of this we did already, and we still continue to think about what's next. Welcome to Space 6. See you guys in the metaverse. Thank you, everybody, for your time.